All right, guys. I'm not sure how to do this. I was going to make a video comparing these two watches. Obviously, the current generation Seamaster and the current generation Submariner No Date. But there's tons of videos on both these watches already. I mean, I haven't done my own video on the Submariner yet, and I will in my own due time. But instead, I think I would rather talk about the word why. Why do I buy what I buy? Why do you buy what you buy? In reference to watches. We're not even going to go any deeper than that. So I can tell you why I have what I have and why I've bought and sold what I have. And some of those reasons, for the most part, including even if I look at those reasons, are not really justified. And then some of them could be deemed justified, but are they really? So I guess it really comes down to, what do you want? And maybe why do you want it? And if you're good with however that answer is, if you even decide to ask yourself the question, then does it even really matter what anybody else thinks? I mean, it never really mattered what anybody else thinks either way. But I have been noticing in the comments of some of my videos, and this is not anything new, but it's definitely elevated. Since I've picked up the Submariner, there's comments, that I've moved upscale in my watches. Well, yeah, that's obvious. Do I think less of the affordable watches? No, not at all. I still enjoy them. And that's not what this channel is about. If you look back at the archives of the videos that I posted, the videos are for people that are looking at that watch, whatever the video is of that watch. And then there's some entertainment there as well, with the unboxings or whatever. Or maybe you're just, that entrenched into the hobby like most of us are. If you're watching this, then you just enjoy watching watch content, regardless of the watch. So, and I know it's a minority of the comments, the people that are commenting regarding my status of where I'm at, when a few short years ago, my comfort range was the $500 mark. Yeah, my comfort range has definitely increased with the relative price of the watch. Because in 2018, there was no way I was going to wear either of these watches at work. It would be like a weekend watch. And then I would end up selling it because I, like many things in my life, if I don't use it or love it, it goes. I'm not a big keeper. I don't like to have a lot of things. It may look like I like to have a lot of things. A lot of that is just for the channel. This desk would look really weird if I didn't have a bunch of things here. And yes, I do enjoy them, but I enjoy them here in my watch room. I don't carry these things around with me. So, sorry if you wanted to see an actual comparison video of these two watches. I don't think it needs to be done, or, done again at least. They're both great watches. They're both part of my journey. The Seamaster was just a random pickup. I didn't tie it to anything. I still really like the watch, and maybe one day I'll add another one to the collection. I can always revisit the Seamaster. Those are relatively easy to obtain. The Submariner, people joke and they call it the unobtainium because they are difficult to get. And from the outside looking in, it may look like it was very easy for me to get this watch. And if you only take that snapshot in time, that is the case. However, the reality of it is it took me 5 years to get this watch. It took a lot of work, dedication, buying and selling, developing my taste. I wasn't mature enough, or whatever you want to call it. I wasn't ready to own this watch until now. And I'm going to own it, and I'm going to wear it, and I'm going to take you along that journey. Whether you're here for super affordable world timers, I'm still going to show these. And there's a reason why I have this watch. And there's a reason why you might have this watch. And that is fine. That's your reason. That could be your why. And it is and has been my why. But these are all individual journeys. It doesn't really matter your reason or anybody else's reason. Enjoy what you want. Wear what you have. You guys all know the reason I have this watch. This was a gift, a Christmas gift from my wife in 2014. I love this watch. I've created a ton of memories with this watch. They're all displayed proudly on the bracelet and on the scratched hardlex and on the bezel. And I hope to do the same thing with that watch. This watch here is celebrating the fact that I hit 50,000 subscribers. That was not easy to do. And I thank all you guys for making that happen. So I want to share that with you. Why do I have this watch? If you haven't heard the story, I picked this watch up after a vacation to Florida, and I was staying in on Marathon Key, and everywhere I looked, most people were wearing a Submariner, except for one guy, and I went over and commented on his watch, and I was very interested in it. This watch stood out amongst the sea of not Seamasters, but the Submariner. So that's why I have that one. Why do I have the G-Shock Bling Master? I have it because a bunch of my buddies have it. And some of them have it because I was part of the reason they ended up with the watch. So I feel like I have that bond or connect with them. One of those buddies is Tennessee Mike. One of those buddies is Josh Damons. My buddy Jerry, 3D Print Jerry, he has one. There's a few other people I'm going to leave out just because I don't know everybody that has the Bling Master, but quite a few of my friends have them. Bruce introduced me to that watch when I had the all like chrome one, and now Bruce doesn't have one, so I'm definitely calling Bruce on that, and I think he will respond. Bruce, if you watch this video and you're this deep into the video, please go pick up a Bling Master. I'd like to have that tie with you. I still have an SKX009. I've bought and sold so many of these things and given them away. This one remains because this was a gift from my good friend Michael. So every time I handle that watch and use it, I think of my friendship with Michael. Although I don't talk to him a ton right now, we're still friends. Why do I have the rental Breitling? Because I want to experience watches. And it's just a cheap, easy way for me to do it without paying flipper tax. Yes, I pay that regardless, but it's done on the terms that I'm willing to accept. And then, of course, I still am going to buy random watches that have no real tie to them. Why did I pick up the Shinola? Because I simply wanted it. That's it. Will it stay? I don't know. Probably, mostly because I probably am going to take too big of a bath on it, so it will stay. But whatever your reason is, it's your reason. Whatever my reason is, it's my reason. If you want to examine your reasons or examine my reasons, we can talk about it. We can certainly entertain that conversation. But understand that I'm not going to change anything. Like, I'm still me. Just because I have expensive watches, you've watched the progression of this happen. Is it done? I don't know. I never thought I would have some of these. Just like you probably wouldn't think you'd have what you have. It is what it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Comment down below. What is your why? Do you even want to talk about your why? I don't talk about it because I just like to have fun and enjoy the hobby and show you guys watches. But I will close out with a loom shot. Thanks for watching, guys.